camera.
Hey there, what you doing? Want to see some airplanes? Well, you've come to the right place. Runway DFW After Dark. It's me, Walt, here with you on a Tuesday night. This is Tuesday, October the number 10, 2023, 10/10/23. And we've got a treat for you this evening because it's MD-11 night. We have not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 Trijets spread out in front of us, and we get to see some of them in action, like this one right here on Runway DFW After Dark, live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. Okay, we'll switch off there. It's 77 degrees, a very pleasant evening, and thank you for joining us. So as I said, we've got lots of MDs for you to see. There's one right in front of us. It's so close, in fact, that I can't get it all in the shot. It's been parked there. I think they're doing some work on it, and it's pretty dark. Somebody turn on their headlights over here. So anyway, that one's not going anywhere for a little bit. So we've got our eye on the one with the tail to the right is on its way out. You see another one that's parked there. The one that's headed out, I don't see it on the radar. It was there for a moment. Yeah, we'll see it in a minute. Anyway, we're on here a little bit early. Let's see, about 15 minutes early to bring you this. And you know what? In addition to that one, in addition to that MD-11, there's this one. It's still getting loaded up, but the captain of this plane, Captain Steve, wandered over here. He said it's the first time he'd ever been to Founders Plaza, even though he's been flying these jets for, what do you say, 20 or 30 years. He loves them. He's about to retire, and he's going to be retiring just before these planes are retired. He told me that he's taken two of the MDs so far this year out to the desert in Victorville for retirement. He said the UPS is retiring the ones with Pratt & Whitney engines. They just can't get the parts for them anymore. And so they're keeping the ones that still have GE engines, at least for the time being. Douglas Serrano says, "Evening, Walt, tuning in after working at the Walmart." Our friend Mary Extraordinaire, channel member, says, "Hello, Walt. Hello, everyone." Steve Lundaby, another channel member, says, "Great way to start with MD-11. So far we've shown you 4 of the 5. There's 2 there, 1 there, 1 there. So anyway, we're going to lose one here, but we are going to see this this other one with Captain Steve at the helm. Helm, that's not the right terminology for an aircraft. Mixed metaphor there. But anyway, Captain Steve's going to fly that one off. Dr. Mark in Texas says, "Thanks for sharing, Walt." Channel member Allison N. "Bonsoir, Walt, Runway DFW." Look at that. We're multilingual here at Runway DFW. Barbara P. Sterling, a channel member, says, "Hello, Walt, hoping to enjoy my late evening with you," and I hope you do enjoy it, Barbara. It's my understanding that you're going to get a visit from Mac Aviation in the next few weeks. Captain Steve said he expects to take off here on the west side. He's going to Louisville. In fact, he said on his way here, or before they took off from Louisville, because that's where they came from, he said they were sitting in the cockpit watching another streamer. And I think that must have been, was that Alpha Bravo there in Louisville? So I told him about Runway DFW and just make note of the time, and you can go back and watch it later.
Whiskey Lima, cross 18 left, and Foxtrot, Miss Blackheart.
Let's give you the birthday of this plane.
1993.
So a 30-year-old plane as of this month. One reason why UPS and FedEx are retiring these Trijets. And one reason we like to document it for you in the present day and for those of you who may be watching in the future. I can smell that jet fuel right now. I know that's not probably good for you, but I think in moderation, probably okay. If you're just joining us for the first time at Runway DFW, thank you very much. We do these night streams when we can. It's unusual. We don't usually get out here on a Tuesday night. I can't remember the last time we've been here on a Tuesday night. But we should have plenty of UPS action for you tonight. In addition to the regular stuff. Oh, we do have, before we went on the air, the British Airways Speedbird blasted off for London. The A380, the only one we see, and we weren't quite set up to go live at that point. However, I was set up to record it, so we will play that back when we get a lull in the action here. But anytime we can follow an MD around, we're going to do that for you.
DFW Tower, runway 12, right foot low.
Yes, I'm 51, so again.
Yes, 751, heavy, thank you. Have Whiskey, I'm sorry, Yankee, cross runway 18 right, hold short of runway 18 go.
At Yankee, clear to cross runway 18 right, hold short runway 18 left, UPS 751 heavy.
I believe it was A-list flyer Chris, our channel member and moderator, who let us know that UPS, for whatever reason, chooses not to light up its tails. Now here's that other MD-11, which has just been parked there since I got here about an hour ago. Kind of photobombed our A380 takeoff, but that's okay. I believe this plane was told to hold at runway 18 left, which is the nominal takeoff runway.
Okay, 666, you can take the high speed company traffic about 3 miles and trailer you. Taxi via Bravo and Charlie to the red.
There is a United Airbus A319, which is getting ready to take off. And hey, Steve Lundaby.
Runway 18 left and ground point 65, top of the Yankee Bridge, UPS 751 heavy.
Steve Lundaby has gifted some memberships for all of y'all. Thank you so much for that. We have crossed the 200 member milestone here at Runway DFW. which is a pretty big deal for a little channel like ours. Hey, Epic Toast Man is our newest member. Epic Toast Man, who has his own channel. He was live from Dallas Love Field last night. So this appears to be on a trajectory to go over the bridge for the east side. We'll try to pick up the takeoff if we can catch up with it. A nice, gentle little bit of music when we have new members.
RNAV to B Park, cleared for takeoff, 18 left, United 2005.
So we'll come back to this later. We welcome all our new members. And we want to thank again Steve Lundaby for his graciousness in providing us with those new members, or providing you. So United Flight United Flight 2005 is going to San Francisco. It's an 18-year-old Airbus A319, which, there it is right there. And our friend from the Northwest, Jay Payne Spotter, I'm sorry, has gifted a Trijet membership. Thank you, Jay. And that seems to have gone to Nova Rain. So I've seen that name in our chat room before. So that aircraft off to San Francisco, and keeping our eye meanwhile on this Trijet there, which Captain Steve will be piloting. We have an incoming plane here. It appears to be a Frontier plane. Some sort of bird on the tail. That plane's going to get in our way, but, well, what are you going to do? A new subscriber by the name of Paulo Lima. Thank you, Paulo. Well, here's us at Founders Plaza. Captain Dano just subscribing. Thank you, sir. Or madam, as the case may be. Now, we just had a flight go out to San Francisco, and here's another one going to San Francisco right behind it. It's American Flight 1464, and this one's an Airbus A321, a little bigger plane.
Holding short, 1 8 left, and I believe our gate's occupied, so we're not going to take a 30 but here.
We still expect to see this evening. No, I'm not sure if we're going to see Qantas tonight. I think they've changed their schedule. I'm going to have to check that. We can't really see Terminal D because of this guy, or gal, as the case may be. It's quite dark. Can I brighten that up? I can brighten that up a bit. Does make the picture a little bit grainy, but it gives us a little better look at what's going on there. So anyway, and speaking of what's going on there, let's take a look at the front. It looks like they've got a ladder there. I mean, I thought maybe that this plane was waiting for a parking space because we had so many MDs here, but looks like something else is going on. Maybe needs a jump start there or something. We have a celebrity in the house. It is Wellington Flights Live, a channel member and also the proprietor of the YouTube channel you may be familiar with, Wellington Flights Live. Hey there, lovely plane spotters. Great to see everyone. Hi, Walt. And hello to you, Kevin. Yeah, let's pull out here. We've got a... well, we've got two planes. No wonder it was so noisy. We've got two of these little cargo props here. One's coming in from Tyler, Texas, and the other is from Abilene. The first one was from Abilene, the first one, then we had one from Tyler. Cessna 208B, well, Grand Caravan and a Super Cargo Master. They made a brief appearance. We've got lots of cargo to look at when it's when we've got some downtime, and right now I think we have some we do have some downtime. So let's take a look. Let's go to the videotape and look at the King of the Skies taking off just about 30 minutes ago. Let's go to the recording here, shall we? Well, we're gonna have to zoom ahead a little bit here. There, I think we're good. And I think we may have a little bounce here. There we go. All right, ready for takeoff. The Super Speedbird headed back to London. Whoa. I think I meant to cue it past that. And Steve Lundaby says, to all that got memberships, you're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you again, Steve. So again, this is a recording. This is not live. Let me take the... can I take the live out? No, I guess I can't. That's burned in. But it's not live. This happened about 30-something minutes ago. This is the takeoff of the A380. Headed back to London. The only big A380 that we see here at DFW Airport. And currently the only 4-engined passenger plane that pays us a visit. And I think that'll about do that. Now back to this plane, we have some inside information here. Where did I find it? From one of our viewers. I saw it here a minute ago. So many oh, it's from Vixi. It's one of the many broken planes we have on our ramp currently, and it had to get towed to Whiskey Fox because our ramp usually gets full during the day shift. So, that's that. It's disabled, I guess. Joshua Leclerc says, good evening, Walt. Channel member Melbourne Aviation Videos celebrates 5 months of membership. And hello to you, MAV. Good to have you here with us. Let's see, in Melbourne, well, at least in Sydney, it's 12:34 on Tuesday afternoon. So I'm guessing you must be in, is that in the same time zone? I'm not sure, but happy Tuesday afternoon to you. Down under. Channel member Linda Kavinsky says, thank you for sharing the BA 380 takeoff. More than happy to do that for you. I'm just, I was a little, I thought maybe I can get on the air fast enough to do that, but I didn't want to get on the air and then find that I hadn't plugged something in, so. Let's see here. Phil G, channel member, says it doesn't get any better. A day with Kevin at AVL and an evening with Walt at DFW. Yeah, I knew Kevin was on the air today. I wasn't sure when he was going to be signed off. I hope that we didn't impinge on his broadcast. Barbara P. Sterling, celebrating 2 months of membership. Walt, good to catch you live. Keep me company tonight. Stay safe. I feel pretty safe here. It's windy, you can tell. John Green says hello from Calgary in Canada. I see A-list flyer Chris in the house, a quad jet member and a member of the Runway DFW Moderation Federation. Okay, we're about to get some more airplane action. Have we had a plane landing yet? I don't know if we have, but we will shortly. It'll be American Airlines Flight 2351 from Mexico City, 737-800.
America 24, 6 is on the go, 1 right.
24 is 68 to tower, 170 at 16, runway 1 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, America 24.
Our position tonight is we're set back a little bit from the grass. I'm hoping that we don't have any sprinklers tonight, but I've got the sprinkler deployment shower curtains ready to go. We're looking towards the northeast here at Founders Plaza, and we're about to see this 737-800 coming in from Mexico City on Runway DFW. I guess we're going to be stuck with that tonight. I thought maybe it was just waiting for a parking space, but our informant tells us that is not the case. So there you go, the flight from Mexico City coming in after a flight of 1 hour and 57 minutos. We've got an A300 in the UPS corral over here. It has lit up the radar. It is going to be going to RFD Airport in the Chicago area in Rockford. I hear it revving up. It's from the year 2000.
25 over 80. 3625, this side 17014, runway 18 right, clear to land. Clear land 18 right.
Don't see it yet. It's on its way. we do have a Turkish flight 192. I think I'll be able to show this to you. And I can, here it is. This plane's going to Istanbul.
Okay, 2141, this is runway 18 left, line of board.
18 left, line of going for the flight 2141.
Now I don't know. Typically this goes over to the east side for takeoff. It'll land over here on the west side quite often. But for some reason they zap it over there to the east side for takeoff. Let's swing over here gently to see the tail end of an A300. There it is. That's the one that's going to Chicagoland.
American 2631, visual 18 right.
2631, this is traveling 18016, runway 18 right, clear to land.
Right, clear to land, American 2631.
01 Mike D is celebrating 1 month of membership. So hello to you, and thank you for being a member of Runway DFW.
170 with 12, runway 12 right, clear to land. Runway 18 left, line of board.
What I've left line up to white American speed 48.
So we're looking towards the east now. There's the Turkish Dreamliner crossing the bridge over to the east side as we see American Airlines Flight 348 there. It's going to...
Jackery PS 75 heavy. We're holding short 18 right at Yankee, and we can accept 18 left at Yankee.
I believe this is Flight 348. It's going to Santa Ana, California, 737-800. In the background there, our eagle-eyed viewers will notice the east tower of DFW Airport, along with that gleaming emerald building, which is the Bank of America Tower in downtown Dallas, the tallest building in Dallas. So here goes this flight off to the left coast. We're about to get photobombed by that disabled Trijet. There's that A300 waiting to cross over. And there's the American jet headed off to Santa Ana. Somewhere back there. Plane coming in now from Los Cabos in Mexico.
Heavy traffic 3.5 out of Yankee, crossing over the right, hold short of runway 18 left.
Cross 18 right at Yankee, and hold short 18 left, Yankee, PS 75 heavy.
348, contact squad connection.
Departures American T48 connect.
681, this is traveling 180 at 18, runway 18 right, clear to left.
Wowie zowie, we are saying thank you to Barbara P. Sterling for a $50 super chat. Walt, great to spend time here in my evening with you. Thank you for your effort. Barbara, that is very generous of you, and I thank you so much for helping us out here at Runway DFW. There goes that A300. Is it going over to the east side as well? Turkish plane is still lined up to take off over there. We'll try to bring you that departure. I did miss that MD-11, but we do have at least one more lined up for us today. And looky here, I think this one's going to take off for us. Yeah, this one's going to the Rockford Airport in the Chicago area, RFD. We're going to be seeing a lot of that plane, I guess. That American plane that was landing was coming in from McAllen in South Texas.
2631 Whiskey Lima, cross from 18 left and country ground 185.
Lima cross line 11, ground 5.
1757, depart east or west. East. 1757, taxi to Echo Alpha, hold shorter runway 18 left.
Echo Alpha, hold short 18 left, Atlanta, 17.
UPS 75 heavy, contact park tonight.
Departure, we'll see UPS 75 heavy.
Tayyab Elahi says, just passed by your setup at Founders, had to subscribe. Glad I did. Well, I'm so glad you did too. Thank you. Okay, I think that's the sound of an air start, I think. Channel member Rob Blackman says, love the After Dark. More takeoffs than DFW. Oh la la. Here comes a plane. If you are new to our channel, you will notice that there's a lot of American Airlines planes here. It's just the way it is.
1757 traffic, hold in position, attack the Alpha cross from 18 left, over the bridge, ground 4651 traffic.
That was Flight 681 arriving from Cancun in Mexico, an Airbus A321. You know, because of this disabled behemoth right in front of us,
Runway 18 left, last weight on board 3374.
I would, you know, if I was mobile, I would pick up and just shove over a little bit more to bring you that. But we're kind of in a fixed position here. We've got a table and our computers and our batteries and our 2 cameras and the camera back on the car. So we're just kind of stuck here, and I guess I misjudged that plane would be in our way, but I think we can all live with that tonight, I hope.
You can take the high speed if you'd like, taxi via Bravo Charlie to the ramp for rain district.
If we can get some cargo action here for you.
Arnett to be park 18 left, clear for takeoff on board 3374.
Still loading up the belly of this plane. I believe Captain Steve said it was going out at in the 9 o'clock hour. And again, they're going back to Louisville, the UPS Worldport.
Cross 20 left ground. 3374, contact 12 tonight.
Over departure, 3374 now.
There's the Turkish plane going out. Our lens doesn't let us get any closer than that at night. So, yeah, not much to see there, but we promised we'd try to show it to you.
1483, this crash will be just a moment for conversion runway traffic.
A plane just came in from Monroe, Louisiana, an American Eagle flight 3623. We didn't really see it, did we? No. We do have an American Airlines Airbus A319. I'm not going to try to swing over there. Let me give you an intermediate shot here while we do that, so we don't make you all dizzy. So here is Flight 1483. It's going to Santa Barbara, California.
1998.
That is a 20th century plane for you. You know, I was looking at the statistics that are provided by Flight Radar 24, which provides us with all of our aircraft data. And for some reason, Chicago has now supplanted Los Angeles as the top destination from here, at least for the next week. Chicago now takes the crown as having the most flights between DFW and any other airport. Generally, in the last few months, that's been a position held by LAX. Bill Platt is gifting 5 Trijet memberships. Thank you, Bill. We've got 5 new members on our way. AA0619. Jacob Meddy.
Left, go for takeoff, RNF Lair, now Boy 3596.
Reinhard Nyer. Darylyn Monroe.
1482, traffic,
Departure, American 1483.
And Ron Loy. So Bill Platt, a channel member and a moderator, says hello all, sitting in the old ambulance waiting for a call. Well, always nice to know that if you're in the medical field, you do have some downtime and nobody needs your assistance at the moment, so we're glad to hear that, Bill. American Flight 1689 is now making its way to the starting line. It's an Airbus A321. This one also going to the west coast to Fresno, California.
RNAV Lair, takeoff, when left American 1689.
Bravo 8 Echo, the 48 Foxtrot, turn off 5936.
Tower, American 2638, visual 18 right.
3638, it's 17014, that's 19, runway 18 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 18 right, American 2638.
Jacob Betty says hi. Hello there. Wanting to know if I like Air Canada. Well, who couldn't like Air Canada? Canada is such a friendly place. Yeah, we don't see too many Air Canada planes here. We see a couple of 2 or 3 a day. We see Air Canada cargo as well. But right now we are seeing American Airlines Flight 1269. This is coming in from Kansas City.
Convoy 3695, 18 right to land.
We're not seeing the planes actually hit the runway, are we? From this with that Trijet sitting there. Well, that's unique. We've never run into that before. If you're just joining us, this plane, we are told by someone who should know, is disabled currently. It's waiting on some kind of repairs, I guess. And they didn't want it to be sitting at the gate because they had so many other planes coming and going. So. Got another couple of propeller aircraft making their way in. Both of them Super Cargo Masters from Martin Air. These are feeder cargo planes. They will deliver cargo unto UPS. Anderson Torre says, Runway DFW, what kind of setup are you using? It's the craziest setup you've ever seen. You can go into our the description of this broadcast and any of our broadcasts, and that will tell you all the equipment that we use. Tonight we're using 2 Sony cameras. We are using an Alpha 7S3 as our main camera. That's the one you're looking at now. No, that's the one you're looking at now. That's the Alpha 7S3, which I just stubbed my toe on the tripod. And then this one is a Sony ZV E1. And then for our camera 3, we've got a Google Pixel 3 camera that I've repurposed as a third camera, a wireless camera. So if you hear that noise, it sounds like a siren, but it's not. I think it's called an air start if I remember the nomenclature correctly. We do have some aircraft which are getting ready to take off here. That one there should be American Flight 303, which is going to Spokane, Washington. It's an Airbus A320. And it is due a musical salute.
1999.
American 303 on out to B Park, runway 18 left,
On up to B Park, runway 18 left takeoff, American 303.
American 1371, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, runway. Right up away, 18 left, American 1371. taxiway golf 8.
Short of 18 left at taxiway golf, southwest of 6. Departure American 303, good night.
Good night. American 1371, RNAV 2B Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 1371.
American 1371, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, final wait.
Robert Brune lets us know that they use an air start on the plane when the air start when the APU, the auxiliary power unit on a plane, fails. So that's always good to know. I don't know. I believe what we're looking at on this shot is that an APU? I don't think that's an air start, but I don't know. I'm not that. What do I know? I do know that it's about the top of the hour.
American 1399, RNAV still landing, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV land, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 1399.
And you are watching
Runway
DFW After Dark. We're coming to you live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. My name is Walt. We do this 2 or 3 times a week. I should remind you that we'll be here on Saturday for, weather permitting, for an eclipse, the annular eclipse, which we won't get the totality of it here at the airport. We'll be about 85%, I think, of the sun will be covered by the moon. So it should get a little dim, and we'll try to hook up something so you can see the crescent around the sun. So stick with us. We'll be here for another couple of hours, and we hope to bring you another MD-11 takeoff here on this Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. Our singers are just, they're in really good voice tonight. So Robert is telling us that's a ground power unit. Ground power unit. We have a Delta plane coming in. We're not going to see it land. Just barely. Use your imagination. Imagine a plane touching down on the runway right there. And coming out the other side. Oh, we've got 2 planes there. Thanks to Rusty Shackelford for becoming our newest subscriber. The flight you saw, the Delta flight, was flight 1685, arriving from Salt Lake City. It was an Airbus A220, a 2-year-old aircraft, and the flight taking off was Alaska Flight 381 going to Seattle. That was a 737-990ER. Got a Frontier flight about to arrive. Let us shift our focus to that. This one's coming in from Denver. I don't think we'll see any Frontier flights that get a 20th century salute. Their fleet is pretty new. I don't know if you caught it, but that one had Cubby the Bear on the tail. It's a little hard to see from this far away, but Cubby the Bear. So all that noise is coming from somewhere over there at the UPS terminal. Not sure exactly where. doing a little digital zoom in to see if we can get a better view of the ramp action, but the wind is, we've got a pretty sturdy tripod, but when we get this much wind, which is I think about, last I checked it was about 18 miles an hour. Let's see what the airport is saying. Yeah, 18 miles an hour coming out of the south. So it's definitely having an impact on our tripod.
American 1859, line from weight 18 left.
Good night, Mike 2267.
Now, normally we would see a Qantas flight going out in the 11 o'clock hour, but I'm not sure if it's already departed or not. I have to look at the schedule.
American 1798 parking east.
American 1859 on FB, park clear for takeoff, North Atlanta, departure. RNFB, park clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 1859. American 1798, exterior taxi via Echo Whiskey.
Here's another MD-11 over there, which is still getting loaded up. Well, the door is still open. So hopefully we'll have some more MD action for you tonight. Hey, look who's here. It's Kevin at Airline Videos, a channel member and a good friend of the channel. Thank you, Kevin, for checking in. Everybody gets all excited when you log in. You've had a big day. You were broadcasting all day from LAX, from the tippy top of the H Hotel. SR, who I think is the captain of the plane that we were, of this plane here, the one on the left. Hi Walt, nice chatting with you tonight. We tail swapped to 273 for 765 tonight. Okay. So SR, I don't know what that means, but I'll figure it out. Rob Blackman, the channel members, checking in from Sydney, where it is Wednesday afternoon. I'm seeing the chat. Josh Aldrich, who's a channel member and who I got to meet out at Cranky Dork Fest, is about to go on his trip to I believe it was England. So have a great trip, Josh. Going slightly mad, responding to Kevin at Airline Video, says I was working and lurking this morning but didn't chat, and then I sprained my ankle. Oh no. Going slightly mad. Be careful out there. I hope you're feeling better. Put your feet up and watch some airplanes. Going slightly mad is a very delightful person. I'm so glad that got to meet her as well at Cranky Dork Fest.
Visual 1 direct. 43519 DFW Tower, runway 13 right. Clear to land with 180 at 16. Level line 1 through Aaron, roll route 35 matching. American 577 on FD Park, 18 left, 34 takeoff.
All right, we got some flights going out. We've got a Frontier flight coming in. We've got an air start going off. We seem to have some bovine tail action there on the Frontier flight coming in.
A Romeo Sierra at 1480 elevation, requesting to take the 183 to Love Field.
It's Frontier Flight 2600 arriving from Santa Ana, an Airbus A320. with a Lone Star the Longhorn. Well, what could be more appropriate for a Texas arrival? Lone Star the Longhorn.
92 at full.
Onboard 4173, contact departure on board 4173. Departure 2600, turn left at Echo 4.
That's one Echo 4, that's fine. 2600.
American 1992, DFW Tower, runway right, short.
Midland 19 right, American 1992.
Josh Aldrich informing us that he's going to leave from DFW on Saturday for London Heathrow on American Flight 80. Might be here for that. Josh? You may be going out during an eclipse. The eclipse is around midday, or at least the totality of it is. So yeah, maybe I'll get a chance to catch your liftoff. Flight 80 often goes out over on the east side, as I recall, but we'll see if we can pull that in for you.
8 Romeo Sierra, copy.
Comes a flight from Omaha about to land. And use your imagination, use your imagination, use your imagination, use your imagination. That was flight 2466 from Omaha, American Airlines. We have American flight 1992 about to make an appearance here. This one is arriving from Seattle. So we'll point our camera to the northwest or the northeast and see what we can see.
DFW Tower, American 2747, visual, 13 right.
2747, DFW Tower, runway 13 right, clear to land, 170.
Clear to land, 13 right, parking on the west side, American 2747.
Thanks, sir. 8 Romeo Sierra, you said you were landing well, field?
8 Romeo Sierra, yes, sir.
Right.
That air start is a little annoying by this point. When they finally turn it off, it's such a relief to one's ears. If you're just joining us, that MD-11 there, which is photobombing our arrivals, an insider at UPS told us that that is a disabled plane, and they wanted to make sure it was out of the way so that other planes could come and go from the UPS terminal building. So it's in a perfect position to preclude us from seeing the actual landing of planes. There's a plane lifting off.
Copy, Romeo Sierra, contact East Tower 126.55.
126.55, switching, 8 Romeo Sierra.
Tower 3004, Barnett Valera, rolling way left of takeoff.
1 left for takeoff, Barnett Valera.
And that was American 2313 going to Guadalajara in Mexico.
DFW Tower, original runway operation in progress, runway 1 left on way.
Fly the way, 111, correct, 20 minutes.
This is like some kind of a torture device, this air start.
Over departure, American 2313.
It's not a siren. We're waiting to see flight American 5181 from Brownsville. Well, it's American Eagle 5181 from Brownsville. Not that plane. That's coming in on the east side, that one there in the background. We'll see one in the foreground here in just a second. It'll be a CRJ 901ER. Here it is.
American 1992, cross 20 left, Whiskey Lima, Alpha route.
Cross 20 left, Whiskey Lima on Alpha route, American 1992.
American 2466 on Alpha, cross 21 left, 0.6 mile on the bridge.
Cross 20 left, 65, American 24669.
Right.
I didn't notice that this this MD had marker lights on earlier. It does appear to now.
Party proud, booster 51 you want. Booster 5181, hold short, runway 18 left to Golf 8. Hold short, 18 left, Golf 8, booster 51 you want.
Robert Smith says the GPU air start sounds like my wife yelling at me. I'm sure she has a more pleasant voice than that.
5.5 to land, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 1525.
So this plane that we're looking at there has, looks like they're sealing up the hatch.
We're presently about a 5.5 mile final, 13 right, parking.
01 Mike D says, happy the MD-11, at least the one that is disabled, is not an A380. Yeah, that would make it really hard to see anything. Here goes a Beechcraft 1900C that just went through the screen. That was an Ameriflight Beech 1900C. And you know what? It was only there momentarily, but we do have to pay tribute to that Ameriflight Beech 1900C because it was born all the way back in
1986.
So that's an old plane. Chad Hart reports that they're on vacation in Flagstaff, Arizona. Swing around real briefly here to catch a flight coming in from Richmond. At least, yeah, we almost saw that smack into the pavement there. That was American Flight 2013, a 737-800. And we currently have several aircraft poised for takeoff, including this Frontier Flight 2735 with Wiley the Bison adorning its tail. It's an Airbus A320neo. Wonder if I can get an air start filter for my soundboard. The wind is kind of gusting up here. There's some car headlights providing additional illumination here. Mick Larkin says, "Good morning, Walt, mods, and everyone." I know what you meant there, Mick, despite those little typos. We have Chad Hart, a channel member, for 4 months. Hello, gang. I'm on vacation in Flagstaff, Arizona. We saw that one earlier, but I didn't get the 4-month anniversary. So thank you, Chad. I feel like I should be yelling at you. Not you, Chad, but everybody over that din that we're getting. Charlene Dawkins, our moderator, says, "So it's not a siren? I am vaguely aware of Walt's comments under this sound." Yeah, it's not a siren. So in that picture, you can see one of the MD-11s here. We'll switch over here so you can see 2 more of them. And then we'll swing around here to provide you a shot of the disabled one. So we've got 4 all together right now. We had 1 go out, so I think 5 was the most MDs I'd ever seen here before at DFW Airport. I think 4 was my previous maximum sighting. You're about to see American Flight 1797 duck under the tail of this plane. It's going to Las Vegas. It's an Airbus A321. That's it there. N278UP. So this plane came in today from Louisville. When did it come in? It arrived at 5:14 a.m. No, 5:25 a.m. So this plane has been here since early this morning. That's a 28-year-old Trijet. I'm just going to click on Douglas Serrano. Says, "Where's the flight to Auckland?" We don't have a flight to Auckland anymore. That was a seasonal flight. American had a flight to New Zealand, which I think was daily while they were flying it, and but it ended several months ago. I guess, I don't know. I guess we'll find out if they start it up again, but yeah, I haven't heard anything more. Air New Zealand, come and visit us. Let's see if we can bring you the arrival of American Eagle 3914 from Lexington, Kentucky. It'll be an Embraer 175. Coming at us over that foliage there. I should find some music that's in the same key as that air start. Dustin Jackson, thank you for that $5 super chat. Love DFW at night. That is one loud noise. Yeah, I know.
Hey, Jackery, good evening, Envoy 3701. Visual on 13 right. American 2012, final maintain 4,000. 4,000, American 2012. American 930, expect to be at Alpha, hold short of 18 right.
Alpha, hold short, 18 right, American 938.
2012, turn right, heading 190.
Maybe I should crank down that mic a little bit.
Envoy 3701.
Might as well.
Visual 13 right.
The next arrival is a plane you may have seen take off on Kevin's broadcast earlier today. It's American 2012 coming in from Los Angeles. And I think it just went over us. I think it was a go-around.
Cross 20 left, ground 25 on Lloyd Airport. 2012, continue right, 230 is what they want on 230, contact departure 135.97.
So flight 2012 coming in from Los Angeles, electing to not land. It may be that the plane that came in ahead of that was a little too close for comfort, or maybe it hadn't cleared the runway yet. That flight from Lexington. So it goes around and it'll come back and see us in a few minutes. Passengers getting a little more sightseeing in. We are looking over there. Let's see. I think that's what we need to be looking at. That's American Flight 878 going to Querétaro in Mexico. It is a 737-800 dating back to the year 2001. Bill M says, I gotta go because I'm losing power to my phone. So good night, everyone from Troy, New York. Troy in the Albany, Schenectady, Troy triangle in upstate New York.
American 878, RNAV Blair, only one left, clip takeoff.
RNAV Blair, 1 left, clip takeoff, American 878.
3214, tower, only one left, on its way.
Runway 18 left, line up and wait, Skywest 3214.
Yeah, I guess if I have to have a plane that's blocking my side, it might as well be a classic Trijet.
American 2648, which side are you working?
Fault 124.
American 2648, hold short, only one left, Golf 8.
Hold short, 1 left, Golf 8, American 2648. Yes, American 1728 is in visual 18 right.
American 1720, tower, runway right, clear to land, hold short of taxi, Bravo, traffic.
Clear to land 18 right, hold short of taxiway, Bravo, American 1728. What do you think, American 1745, visual 18 right.
Flight 1745, tower, good evening, runway 13 right, clear to land, 120, that's fine.
13 right, clear to land, 1745.
American 2648, traffic still in position, Golf 8, cross, runway up, ground 0.85.
Fly left ground, American 2648.
American 938, Alpha cross 20 left, 165, copy Alpha bridge tonight.
At Alpha Cross 20 left, ground on the bridge, American 938 tonight.
American 878, nice work tonight.
We'll see you, American 878. Great work, guys.
Super 80 Swiss Air says DFW is currently using flight 13 right also for arrivals. Yeah, I haven't been really keeping an eye on it, but as of right now, I do see a UPS 757 touching down on 13 right, coming in from Laredo, Texas. We will see that shortly taxiing, but we will not see it landing because 13 right is not in our sight. Simon Ochoa, the newest subscriber to our channel. Thank you, Simon. Glad you found us. We've got at least 3 planes which are looking to take off over yonder.
On FB Park, 1 lane left, clear for takeoff, Dallas 3329, line up and wait, 20.
We've got flights coming in from Memphis, Philadelphia, and Oklahoma City. The first of which will be the flight from Memphis, flight 1728, American Airlines, the 737-800. And we'll see that in just a second here.
Bravo Charlie to the ramp, this frequency UPS 791.
Envoy 3329, I have Laren, on left clip takeoff.
Ramp Laren 18 left, clip takeoff, Envoy 3329.
American 2628, so sorry, Embraer's on the way, only one about 1 point.
18 left, line up and wait, American 2628.
Dallas 3214, connect departure, good night.
Over departure, Dallas 3219.
DJ says, good evening, everyone. Great channel, Walt. Love the intro when you run when starting your broadcasts. Thank you. As I say quite often, this is kind of a creative outlet for me. So it's fun to do. For an old TV guy. Flight 2533 arriving from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love.
Runway 3701, Bravo, cross 20, high ground 25, that's still in position.
Cross 20 left, ground 25, runway 3701, good night.
Good night, American 18, now you can go now to Bravo, cross 20 left, and Fox Alpha, 0.65 Alpha, first, good night.
Cross 20 left is Bravo, and we'll address that.
American 18, Foxtrot Alpha, 0.65 Alpha, bridge.
Cross 20 is Bravo.
American 20, call deep barrel, only 13 right, clear land with 17012, that's 199. American 1720, make that left turn, whiskey Mike, cross 20 left.
Unable.
Okay, so then Alpha, hold short of 1 left, American 1728.
Alpha short of 1 left, American 1720.
Envoy 3329, connect departure, Dave.
Good night, Runway 3329.
American Local 408, Zulu, cross 20 left, hold short of 1 right.
Cross 20 left, hold short of 18 right, local 408.
American 2533, whiskey Mike, cross 20 left, which side departure?
We would like to acknowledge Dustin Jackson celebrating 5 months of membership here on the channel. And an amazing creative outlet it is, he says. Thank you. Thank you so much. Charlene is saying, now it's starting to sound like bagpipes-ish to me. You know, I'm not going to get that thought out of my head now that you've said that. Bagpipes. Flight coming in from Oklahoma City. This will be an American Eagle aircraft, an Embraer 175. Flight 3895 it is. And there it is.
American 2628, RNFB Park, on 1 left for takeoff.
RNFB Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 2628.
American 488, Gateway Tower, on 1 left, 1 point.
Line up and wait, 18 left, American 488. American 1783, final 18 right, parking south.
American Local 408, traffic 2.5 out, Zulu, cross, only 1 right, proceeding to ramp.
Cross 20 right to the ramp, local 408.
American 1783, Gateway Tower, good evening, wind is 170.
And a longtime channel member, O'Malley, is celebrating 5 months of membership. Drive for 5, yay. Thank you, O'Malley. We are glad to have you with us. Now that American Airlines plane that came in and made a go-around, it is now going to be checking in
American 2136 with you.
over on runway 13 right. Remember we told you about runway 13 right?
Golf 8, cross 18 left, contact ground 185.
I don't know. We've tried before to show 18 right arrivals.
Clear to land 18 right, American 2136.
It's something we would have to see coming out of the sky over there, and I don't know that we will be able to. It'd be pretty low on the horizon, I think. But it should be approaching this general vicinity right now, so maybe we'll see it. We're looking to the west now. And runway 13 right is a diagonal runway from northwest to southeast over on the far west side of the airport. And I think it will have already gone through this area already, so I don't think we're going to see it. And if you're just joining us, that was a plane from Los Angeles that elected to go around. Here now is that UPS 757 that came in from Laredo on runway 13 right, which we didn't see land, but it's you'll be able to see it here.
Tower UPS 7991, we need to hold short of Yankee or Zulu if that's possible.
UPS 791, okay, hold short of Yankee.
Hold short of Yankee, UPS 791.
A-list flyer Chris says it's getting gusty out there. It is indeed.
American 2262,
Chris got to spend some time out in Los Angeles, see a big air show on the coast. And he posted some video on his YouTube channel, and it was looks like he got a pretty good position to see what was going on there. So even though we can barely see it, we're going to give this plane a little 20th century salute.
1993.
DJ wants to know, is UPS planning on phasing out the MD-11, or is that FedEx? Well, it's actually both of those cargo carriers. We were telling you we had a brief discussion with a UPS pilot named Steve. He wandered over here between flights. He had come in from Louisville earlier on an MD-11. And he's going back out on an MD-11, or at least that was the original plan. And he said he's already delivered 2 MDs to Victorville this year. Victorville being kind of the airplane, I don't know if you want to call it a graveyard, but when an airline has no more use for a plane, it sends it to Victorville, and sometimes there's another airline that will pick it up, and other times it's parted out. You know, it'll be used to keep other planes going. He said, Steve did, the UPS captain said that the MDs that are being decommissioned so far all have Pratt & Whitney engines, which parts are few and far between for. He said the MDs with GE engines are still being kept in service, and he said he expects to see those around for a little while, but I do believe that UPS has announced that it will be phasing out all of its MDs, along with FedEx also doing the same thing. I'd like to thank Red Eye for 4 months of membership. Good evening, Walt. Good evening to you, Red Eye. We are looking at a UPS, or at least the headlight of a UPS 757, which arrived a short time ago from Laredo, Texas. And there's a little beach 99 C99 there coming in behind it. It's an Emira flight, which we don't know where it came from. And the MD-11 that's now right behind this 757 is now lit up on the radar. That one right there.
1992.
So a 30-year-old aircraft as of this month. No, as of November, it will be 31. And this plane, whoa.
$1982.
That is a 41-year-old aircraft. It'll be 42 years old in January. It is a Beech C99 belonging to Ameriflight, which again is a cargo carrier here at DFW, which feeds into UPS. So you got a little bit of aircraft history there, still going strong. Scooting on back. Chad Hart has favored us with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Chad. Give you a little thank you there. Chad, of course, is a channel member.
Eastside American 1880.
1880, the Echo Alpha, hold short of runway 18 left.
Echo Alpha, short of 18 left, American 1880.
So I don't know if Captain Steve is on this plane or not. I think he said he was switching to another plane. Jay Cagney says, thanks, Walt, from Richardson, Texas. A Dallas suburb. So let me see if I'm trying not to get distracted here by going over to that shot, because American going to catch just briefly American Airlines Flight 80. This is 777. It's going to London Heathrow. Is this the plane you're going? Is this your flight? So that's going over to the east side for takeoff. Allie French with a question. I wonder if that UPS aircraft has my parcel aboard. LOL. Well, there's no way to know. Well, I guess there would be if you had access to the UPS database. Kiwi Whispers ASMR, who we got to meet here last time Kevin and Rudy were here. Hey there. Happy to see you in the chat. Brian SFO says, wow, what a shot. Yeah, we're lucky here at Founders Plaza, where we're directly overlooking the UPS facility there. Our camera got a little tilted since I put it up there, but in fact, I probably should put, oh, I did put a weight on it, okay. I try to put a weight on my tripod up on top of the car so it doesn't blow down. Red Eye likes that shot. And we always like to thank our channel sponsor, James Webb, for supplying us with these great cameras. Barbara P. Sterling says, I hear I missed a nice prop. Okay, next time. Well, that, you know, you can be kind and rewind and take a look at it. It was from, it's like, what, 40 years old? From 82, I think? We say hello to our friend, if my mouse will cooperate, Skittles. Hello, Skittles. Up there in Washington State. TJ says, when I moved to the U.S. in 1999, I flew on an American Airlines MD-11. The interior had a yellow tinge to it, and the old TVs hanging from the ceiling in the aisle, likely a 1970s MD-11, was great. Yeah, the yellow tinge, probably, I'm going to guess, from cigarette smoke. What do you think? We're almost up to 300 likes tonight. That's a nice number to have as we approach the 10 o'clock hour. Robert Smith says, it's an even better shot without the tug headlights. Yeah, well, you know, we take things as they come to us. We're just happy to have these kind of lingering shots on these Trijets while they're still a thing. And it's on the move.
All right, cross 18 left, Golf 8, and then over to 85 on board. Frontier Flight 2705, you can place at your right, Whiskey Foxtrot, runway 185, flying point, traffic approximately. All right, Whiskey Fox, 508, 18 left, Frontier Flight 2705.
I thought that air start was ending, and it just now is at a different tone.
American 775, Go ahead. Just let me know when you're ready.
Thank you. Yes, we're still waiting on it.
So as this plane goes out, illuminated in part by headlights from the car park here.
Clear takeoff 18 left, RNAV, depart Frontier Flight 575.
Eventually it's going to get photobombed by the other MD-11, the one which has been disabled since this morning.
767 heavy delayed air traffic on a 4-mile final at Yankee Cross, runway right, hold short of runway 15.
Cross runway right, hold short, 1 left, UPS 767.
Captain Steve was telling us, the UPS captain who stopped by to chat with us, that Japan no longer permits MD-11s to fly in there because they're too noisy.
American 1273, guitar, go full length, only 1 left, line of way, crossing traffic. Full length, 1 left, line of way, American 1273.
Yeah, looks like this one is hot-footing it over the bridge, the east side, unless I'm mistaken. It's going to Louisville. Well, as a consolation prize, we have Qantas Flight 8. It is going to Sydney. And we should be seeing it just moments from now, entering that picture. It's a Dreamliner 7879. About to embark on the second longest journey from DFW Airport. First one is to Melbourne.
American 1618, which side are you parking?
West side, American 1618.
So if we count up to 3 or 4 here, we'll see. Now, of course, that's an American Airlines plane taking off there. That's going to Reno. Here comes the Qantas flight.
If you'd like to angle over to your right to go full length, the one left, that's approved. That aircraft off your left isn't ready yet.
That's okay. We can go with you.
Roger. Only one left.
The Spirit of Australia is now in our sights. That air start has stopped. Goodness. It's quiet.
American 1618 traffic going into position at Whiskey Lima, cross 21 left, underground 25, good night.
Whiskey Lima,
It's glorious.
25, we'll see American 1618.
American 775 is ready now.
American 725, Roger, Qantas is going in position, you'll be next. American 1273, good night, departure, good day.
So on, American 1273.
There is now another MD-11 firing up over at UPS. One of the 2 operational ones. I guess maybe that's the one that our Captain Steve is piloting.
Qantas 8 heavy RNAV to Clarence, only 25 from takeoff.
It will also be going to Louisville. And after this plane takes off, we're going to try to bring you that MD that we saw, that we were lovingly following along on its way to the east side.
heavy, connect departure, good night.
Qantas Lake departure, goodbye.
Safe travels to Qantas Flight 8. That camera's not showing us anything, is it? There is the big MD, or one of them. And again, this is flight 765. It's going to Louisville.
Cleared to land.
Cleared to land 18 right, 5463.
American 775, our name at D-Park, only 18 left, clear takeoff. Our D-Park, 18 left, clear takeoff,
1994.
Barbara P. Sterling says she did replay that, what was that? I can't remember what it was. That little tiny, well, not the tiny, it was a twin engine plane from the 80s.
RNAV Laren 18 left clear for takeoff, American 2697.
It's a nice thing about YouTube. You can just go back and play stuff back, come back. We'll get a little better shot at this plane once it clears the fence there.
American 725, connect departure, okay?
Good day, American 775.
American 3690, target leaving, company's underway, only 18 left, line up and wait.
Line up, wait, 369, 189.
You know, we're going to swing around real quick and see if we can catch that MD taking off. Sorry for that late notice. There it is. Oh no, it's a FedEx. All right, well, from far away, there's a FedEx MD-11. It's off to Indianapolis. Flight 1601. And where'd it go?
1992.
All right. So did we miss the did we miss the UPS one over there? I think we did. Sorry. Well,
cleared to land 18 right.
Only 34, 53 approved, only 18 right, cleared to land.
Copy that, cleared to land 18 right, 34, 30.
let's get back to the matter at hand here. The distinctive tail of an MD-11.
Departure, American 2697.
Take off 1 left, I have Laramie 369. Tower American 2514, visual 18 right. 2514 down, right? Clear to land. Clear to land 18 right, 2514. Thanks for your help, Sid.
Reminder, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark with Walt. And we'll be here with you maybe for another couple of hours. Let's see how things go. Maybe we'll see a 747 before we go. Who knows? But at any rate, we're glad you could be with us on this Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. Well, the big MD is on the move. El Toro 66 says, think about the engineering that went into the design of that tail-mounted engine. The forces have to be huge. I would say so. So if that's you, Captain Steve, in there, have a safe flight. Off to Louisville. Now the captain told us he thought he was going to take off on here on the west side. So maybe he's made some special arrangements. He asked us to get a shot of his plane leaving, and more than happy to oblige. Here on Runway DFW. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for checking us out. If you like what you see, we hope you'll favor us with a like. Subscription is free on YouTube. Doesn't cost you any money. And if you do subscribe, you'll be joining more than 14,000 others who have already done the same. This flyer Chris says, Walt, I believe he said earlier he had swapped to tail 273. Well, I didn't catch the number of this one.
American 1871 on the visual 800.
American 1871, just to get started, 1 right to land, 11016.
To land, 8 straight, and park the west side.
American 2514, caution right left at Whiskey, Lexington Golf 8, and what side you park?
Okay, this is 273, so
Parking on the west side.
American 2514,
Captain Steve.
Ground point 85 on the other side for American 2514.
Our Wally 1965 is our newest subscriber. And Swiss 610 is another new subscriber. Thank you. I don't know why I kind of went into a disc jockey voice there for a second. I was watching a YouTube clip earlier today of Casey Kasem, who is a very well-known broadcaster and announcer here in this country. And he was, the clip I was watching was him on the David Letterman show. It goes a United plane.
1871 West Side Parking.
The David Letterman late night show, doing a top 10 list, where Casey Kasem, who was known for the American Top 40, was counting down the top 10 numbers. And you just have to go back and watch it. It's it's pretty genius.
Yeah, there, 1235, exit that high speed. There has to be an Echo Alpha, hold short 18 left.
Echo Alpha 18 left to hold short, United 1235.
UPS 765 heavy, runway 18 left at Yankee line.
Line up away 18 left at Yankee, UPS 765 heavy.
That may have been Captain Steve there. Steve, we got you covered. And if you're watching this on playback, I'm sure you're not watching it in the cockpit right now, Steve, but if you come back, next time you come back and look for us over here, we'd love to talk to you on the air.
18 right for runway 397.
We're getting a takeoff. It will be photobombed by another MD-11, but that was American Flight 1321 bisecting your screen there, coming in from Los Angeles. It was a 737-800.
UPS 765 heavy, RNAV to Sarah, runway 18 left, go back to the Yankee, good for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, RNAV to, was it J-Girl?
Negative, UPS 765 heavy, RNAV to Sarah. That'll be the first point on the chart.
RNAV to Sarah, UPS 765.
Give it some headroom there. It may go up at a 45-degree angle.
French 1321 cross runway 18 left at Golf 8, to cut ground point 85 with 5.
5 cross 18 left, Golf 8.85, American 1321.
United 1235 at Alpha, cross runway 18 left at ground point 65 on the bridge.
Cross 18 left at Alpha, what was the bridge?
Point 65 on the bridge.
65.
UPS 765 heavy, could express sir.
UPS 765, good night.
Captain Steve, we are so glad that we could catch your departure tonight. Channel member Larry Hawkins says, "Greetings, Walt and everyone," and hello to you, Larry.
Flight 7273, DFW Town Hospital, Trijet, previous departure of the heavy MD-11. On departure, turn right heading 240, runway 18 left, switch for takeoff.
18 left, clear for takeoff, right heading 240, AM flag.
Skittle says, "Runway DFW, are all the MD-10s retired? Does anybody fly them anymore?" Well, last year when we were at when we were visiting Austin, we got to see a FedEx MD-10 landing, and that may have been one of the last ones that was flying. I haven't seen any since. I think those are all now retired. The MD-10s could be distinguished from the MD-11s because there may have been other differences, but they did not have winglets as this one does here, this MD-10, this MD-11. They just had the flat wing ends. So let's get back into some plane spotting, shall we? Well, we've been spotting planes, of course, but we've got an American Eagle flight coming in from Corpus Christi, American Eagle flight 3910. It's an E-jet, everybody. You know, I do believe that we have another. It's like a clearance sale. We're having another MD-11, which is now on its way out. And it's in a hurry. This one's going to RFD Airport in the Chicago area in Rockford. It is not wasting 1 second of time here.
Runway 3910 at Gulf 8, cross runway left to the ground, 0.85.
Cross one left Gulf 8, left hand shot clear.
1971 cross runway left to the
1991.
Feedback, cross lane left to the ground 0.5, correction.
American 2375 for departure.
To departure, American 2375.
There's a Beech C-99 coming up behind it there. That little plane, is that the same one we saw earlier? But that little plane there is from
1982.
So 2 examples of 20th century aviation right there for you. 2 in 1 shot. It may be the same one we saw earlier on a very quick turnaround. It's an Amera flight. Don't have a destination for that one. That almost seems too close to be in the wake of the exhaust of that heavy jet, but. So, will this MD get the same instructions as the last one? Taking off from 18 left. We are to hope. This will be known as our Trijet Heaven broadcast.
DFW 53, heavy DFW tower on out to the park on the right left, your time for Yankee 6 to take off.
On there, B park, left takeoff, point left, everybody Yankee 6, Trijet.
Yeah, it's going to be a turn and perhaps even a burn on runway DFW at 10:16 here on a Tuesday night. It's turned out to be a pretty good night for plane spotting.
UPS 753, heavy connect approach.
Switching departure to 753 Heavy.
Well, off to RFD it goes. Oh, one Mike D says, Runway DFW always wanted a close-up shot of an MD-11. Got one? Yeah, we got a bunch of them. We welcome Kirby Brooks Sr. as our newest member of the channel. Abraham says, nice to be watching this rather than the sadness from the Middle East. Thanks for the distraction, Walt. There is more sanity here. Well, you know, we can't solve the world's problems. We just hope to provide, as he said, a little distraction every now and again. And speaking of distractions, we have another UPS departure here. This is Flight 793 to Louisville. Do they have enough flights to Louisville? This is a 767. And it is only 10 years old, so no jingle for you, Flight 793. My friend Skittles with a very kind $20 super chat. Thank you for the broadcast, Walt. Always great stuff. Thank you so much for your super chat and for being a member of the channel. Dustin Jackson, channel member, says, this is my sanity too. Thank you, Walt. Yeah, I'm kind of immersed in all that that news all day long. That is my real job, is to populate the K10.com website with news all day long. And so yeah, this is a very nice distraction for me as well. Runway DFW, sponsored by UPS. Not really. Our channel sponsor is James Webb. But since we're so close up to the UPS division here, we feel it's our duty to bring you some close-up action as they come and go. We've had some really good action tonight. So I think we're down to our last Trijet here, at least as far as UPS goes tonight. And it's the one we're going to keep seeing, I think, as long as planes are taking off and landing, because it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. We're about to see it again. Deborah Klein. Thank you, Deborah, for gifting 5 Trijet memberships. And I hope those of you who are tuned in, who are not members, can take advantage of that, like Evelyn MD.
American 1740, DFW County, ready to go.
Affirm.
American 1740, on altitude, B-Park, turn my right left at Yankee, set to takeoff.
Arnett
And
Park, one
Dan
left, again,
Norton.
clear for takeoff, American 1740.
Along with Passive Income Project. All new members here, or returning members, depending on whether they've had a gifted membership before. Lance DATL. Welcome to you.
Heavy, DFW Tower, 1 left at Yankee, line of warning.
Line of way 1 left Yankee, fast 793.
And Breaker Bird. So once again, we thank Deborah Klein for those gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Deborah. DJ says, Walt, you have a perfect voice for broadcasting. It's all really, we have a soundboard, a very professional soundboard. It does a lot of processing. I don't really sound like this.
South 1516, DFW Tower, approximately terminal, subject line 767, will depart the inboard, runway 18 right, to go in. American 1740, cut off.
Departure.
You've probably heard Kevin and Rudy turn on their chipmunk filter. That's really what I sound like in real life. I kind of reverse it here, and it makes my chipmunk voice sound like this.
UPS 793, heavy on altitude, B Park, runway 18 left, at Yankee, set to takeoff.
Arnett to B Park, 18
Got another
left,
interesting
Yankee, clear for
cargo
takeoff,
plane,
793
which
heavy.
we shall be seeing soon.
American
It's
23, 2040, DFW Tower, approximately terminal, subject line 767.
It's a polar air cargo. DHL 767 on its way to Cincinnati.
American 489, visual 1 right.
American 489, ready for the turn, 1 right for the land, with 18015.
Little land, 18 right, American 489.
Oh, is this plane going to move?
Thank you.
Ooh, look at that. I think they got a tow hooked up to it. Or they're doing that. Cool. So there goes the 767. So what's going on here? I do believe this is going to be moved out of the way before we hit the road tonight.
DVS 793, heavy, connect start to clear.
Departure, yes, 793 heavy.
I think our autofocus was focusing on the fence. We've got a super chat coming in from S35 Bonanza Pilot of $20. Thank you so much. Who says, good evening, Walt and all mods. Great to be back in the States after 3 months of overseas ferry flights around 8 different countries. Happy to be able to sit down and relax watching beautiful DFW action. Have a great evening. Thank you so much, S35 Bonanza Pilot. Well, that sounds like an interesting job you have there. Charlene Dawkins says, subscribe and like. Let Walt into your world. Wow, it's like a new slogan you've got going there, Charlene. Thank you. Phil G with a super chat of $5. Walt, under what circumstances does DFW do reverse ops and have planes taken off and landed towards the north? Seems 180 is the prevailing wind. That is true, although last Friday, was it Friday? I think it was last Friday. We had north flow, and we were down at the other end of the runway. So, but yes, the prevailing wind is from the south here at DFW.
Flight 2133 on our B-Park on their way left for takeoff.
We're going to have B-Park, 18 left clear for takeoff, Mr. Flight 2133.
So we do have personnel up in the cockpit there. I don't know how imminent the departure or the movement of this plane will be, but as we said earlier, according to Flight Radar 24, this one came in this morning, early this morning. And apparently it either parked there or was moved there. Probably it was moved out there after disgorging its cargo. And ever since we've been here, it's been blocking our shot of planes landing and taking off. But, you know, what are you going to do?
Departure, Frontier 2133, so long. Tower Barricade 9790 is only 7.5 mile final, but there's a way right.
American 9790, DFW Tower 11013 on their way right, clear to land.
Well, I endorse the flight from Kevin at Willington Flights Live. Charlene Dawkins, you deserve a promotion.
Okay, clear to land, 185 for 9690.
Well, I did good household chores last night, so I think I have made my lovely spouse happy for another day or two.
1516, the taxiway Alpha, cross me when it left the golf on 6,000 bridge.
At Alpha, cross 18 left, and ground tower bridge Delta.
FTHL Luke says hello from KSUX. That is, if I have my designations correct, Sioux Gateway Airport. Always a great way to wind down for the night. Thanks for another great After Dark stream, Walt. Well, thank you. Skittle says it's amazing to me that a little tug like that can move that great big plane. There's a golf cart.
American 489, that's Echo 3, and then cross me when it left the golf face at ground 25.
O'Malley says, I have to get on a plane tomorrow. Better do some laundry. Grumble. Yeah, that is... Yeah. Look! It's on the move! Hurrah! We will be able to see planes landing and taking off now that planes aren't going to be landing and taking off anymore too much, but yeah. Get a nice, long, loving look at this Trijet as it gets tugged around. DJ wants to know how far away are those towers flashing in the background. That is Cedar Hill, Texas. That is about 23, 24 miles from where we are. Oh, now it's going backwards. What's happening? This looks like something that I would be doing if I were trying to move this plane.
DFW retirement back, THI Med 2, 1,200 to 183. Just going to ATB Bedford.
Station Med 2, DFW power, DFW altimeter 277.
77, Med 2.
American 9790, cross runway 18 left, Golf 8, then got a ground point 85.
Okay, crossing 18 left on Golf 8, American 9790.
Carolyn Crowder says, what a beautiful night at DFW. And we have a super chat from channel sponsor James Webb, who's already very generous to us. A $200 super chat. Hi, Walt. Nice to have a late night stream. Thank you, James. Very appreciative of all of your support for the channel.
Cowboy 9864, if you're on frequency, go to 126.55. American 2820, what side for you?
We're on the east side, American 2020.
American 2820.
Thank you again, James Webb.
Cross 18 left, 50 Lima, Foxtrot Alpha.
Take a quick look at this Polar Air Cargo DHL plane. It's a 767. It's going to Cincinnati.
I'm 481 left, 589.
$19.96.
And it looks like they're going to send that one over to the east side. Well, maybe, who knows. Yeah, unless it makes a hard right here, I think it's destined to the east side. Meanwhile,
Cowboy 3589 are now to land, runway 18 to left, take the takeoff.
Front of land, quick takeoff, 1 left, only to pilot.
Captain General says, very nice evening at KDFW. Our friend and channel member and Quadjet member, Raina Taylor, says, good evening, Walt. Just now leaving the Rangers game. They're moving on to the ALCS. So, sports.
By the way, 1 left, American 10-12.
Well, I'm glad you got to see a victory there, Raina.
Roger, go down on board 3589.
Graphic Sign and Design says, way to go, James Webb. Generous support. Also enjoyed night stream. Thanks, Walt. Thank you, Graphic Sign and Design, for your support of this channel.
American 10-12, Arnav to Laren, runway 1 left for takeoff.
Arnav to Laren, clear for takeoff, 1 left, American 10-12.
Well, what have we here? That looks like a 757, does it not? It is. It's flight 791. It's going to Louisville.
$19.93.
So there you go. It's pretty much non-stop action here at the UPS facility. We lucked into a pretty good Tuesday night, I think. So we've seen 7.5, 767, MD-11, A300. Everything, I think they're flying except a 747. And I do think there's some 747s, at least one squirreled away down in the far south, or on the cargo facility to the south of us, here at DFW Airport. In the next few minutes, we should be able to see Qatar Airways Flight 732 begin its journey back to Doha. That'll be a 777. That often is assigned to an east side takeoff, but we'll see what happens today. That's supposed to go out at 10:55. Regrettably, I don't see any other 747s coming or going. So we will be queen free on this broadcast, unfortunately, but had a pretty good time watching these other planes. Well, finally, we get a clear shot of the runway. Unobstructed by a Trijet.
American 633, DFW Airport, 1 right to land, 18016.
So yeah, there are things we haven't seen yet tonight. The Terminal F area. You can see the tail of an Iberia jet down there at Terminal D. Right there on the right. Looks like a special livery there at Piedmont. Can sometimes get quiet here in the 11 o'clock hour as we approach that time period, but it does look like there are several aircraft that are lined up to take off. So let's see what we got over there. American Flight 1381 appears to be the first in line. It's going to Fresno, California, an Airbus A321. And no, you're not seeing it there.
1381, RNAV to land, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Valerian, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 1381.
Envoy 3696, DFW runway 18 left on a point.
18 left,
Oh, there it is there.
Envoy 3696.
Okay, for the first time this evening, the full, complete takeoff of an aircraft from runway 18 left. And if you weren't with us earlier, we had an MD-11 Trijet that was parked right about there, disrupting our view of landings and takeoffs.
Envoy 3696, RNAV 2B park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV 2B park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, Envoy 3696.
American 2390, DFW runway 18 left on a point.
Line up 18 left, American 2390.
Check 1381, connect start room.
1381, connected.
Trying to reset our B camera there. Tilt that one down a little bit. Haven't you tried our multicam? Oh, there goes that. You saw it there. The DHL plane go out.
3696.
2390, RNAV to B park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, RNAV big park, American 2390.
Booster 5318, DFW runway 18 left on a point.
18 left, lab weight, booster 5318.
Well, I'm trying to I guess that's not going to work. Oh well. No, we haven't left you. We're just, let's see here. Making a little camera adjustments here and there to bring you a little sharper picture. We have a plane that is landing. Let us take a look at that. Look at that, we can see it actually touch down on the runway. Just like professional airport broadcasters. I should tell you that that was American Flight 633 coming in from Phoenix, an Airbus A321 of the Neo variety. Well, CRJ 901ER is headed up. Oh, it's already up. It's going to Brownsville, Texas. American Eagle Flight 5318.
Takeoff Envoy 3480.
Envoy 4065 into the town, 1 West on the flight.
Right, well, final point, Envoy 3565.
Envoy 3565 negative, that's for somebody else, hold short 1
American Airlines Flight 3.
Disregard Envoy 3565, we'll hold short 1 left.
That was American Eagle Flight 3480, just going through your shot there.
Envoy 4065, Paul. Alright, Envoy 4065, hold short 1 left.
It's an E-Jet, an Embraer 175.
1 left, final point now.
Right, well, final point, Envoy 3565.
American 633, park on the other side. Next 633, taxi Echo Alpha, hold short of 1 right left.
Alpha, short of 1 left, American.
4663, can connect departure.
Departure, Blizzard 3 in.
Envoy 3480, traffic 12 o'clock, 2.5 miles, a CRJ 983, 3,400, short traffic inside.
I think I'm looking at him for Envoy 3480.
Don't see anything on the arrival path right now. Got a few planes taking off. This is American Flight 3565. American Eagle Flight 3565. It is going to Lubbock, Texas. Lubbock. Embraer 175 for you.
Envoy 3565.
With the brilliant skyline of Dallas in the background.
Envoy 4065.
Envoy 4065, go ahead.
Envoy 4065, runway left, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 18 left, Envoy 4065.
Look at that, we got another UPS plane coming across the bridge. That is Flight 791 arriving from Louisville. It landed on the east side. That's a 757.
18 left, Envoy 4065.
And we now have... There's American Eagle Flight 4065 headed off to Corpus Christi. That looks like another E-Jet. That's Flight 3823, American Eagle, headed to Harlingen, Texas.
Next 633, cross right left Alpha, for ground point 6 on the bridge.
Ground 65 on Alpha, across runway 1.
And there's a plane taking off over on the east side, unidentified.
Going to departure, good night, Envoy 4065.
Skittle says, I have to go exercise. I try to get 3 to 5 miles in a night, but I don't want to go. LOL. Well, do what's best for you, Skittles. Don't, hey, you can come back and watch this later, or do what I do. When I exercise, I just listen. I just put my little earbuds in and I plug in like I'm watching airline videos live.
18 left, line up and wait on board.
I will, I'll just listen in. Usually it's in the car, though. I'm not usually exercising.
RNAV B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, Envoy 4089.
I thought I saw the tail of that Iberia plane in a position as though it, it has pulled out. You can kind of see it there in the center of your screen. Let us see if we can magically zoom in there. It's a little bumpy because it's very windy tonight. We're digitally zooming into it, but you can see it there. Over at Terminal D, it's been pulled out. And there you see in the foreground, there on the left, is that Allegheny? That's the Allegheny Special Livery American Airlines. Hold steady there, camera. I like that livery, the Allegheny livery. I like any livery with what they call the cheat line on it. You know, the line that goes through the windows. And I'm old enough to have flown on real Allegheny planes back in my college days.
Departure runway 4089, yeah, good night.
Raina Taylor is guessing that the Bank of America tower there on the kind of the right side of your screen is lit up because the Rangers won their game. I'm guessing that's why they lit it up. That makes sense.
Envoy 3932, DFW County, 18 left, envoy travel from.
Line point 18 left, envoy 3932.
There you see American Flight 2528, which is departing now for Seattle. There you see the UPS 757 waiting its turn. It's jonesing to come over here to the UPS facility and unload all of its packages. Well, there's the Iberia plane on the move. That's an A330, I believe it is. I'll check that in a second. Yeah, so it's A330-300 going back to Madrid. Where is that? Donde está? Did it move out already on us?
Good night, Max 2528.
Oh, there it is.
Envoy 3932, RNAV to B Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3932.
Envoy 3466, DFW County, 18 left, line up and wait. 18 left, line up and wait, envoy 3466.
1993.
That is how old that 757 is that's coming our way. There's the Iberia plane. Chances are it's going to go out on the east side. That's how they usually run those. Look how distinctive that that Allegheny livery is. So I'll go through the plane, through our plane there, our plane of viewing. American Eagle Flight 3932 going to Grand Junction, Colorado.
We're up to land, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3466.
We don't see very many A330s here. Oh, there's a One World livery American Airlines plane there on the left.
We're going to park on 4936.
American 273040, this car's going to be a little bit overweight on traffic on the other side.
DJ wants to know, is Founders Plaza the only area open for spectators? Well, it depends. I mean, if you have a ticket and you can get into a terminal, there are lots of good areas you can view planes from. When I was traveling to Los Angeles last month, I got to ride on the train that goes from terminal to terminal. That gives spectacular views of all the
For departure, good night, runway 3466.
of all the board of all the gates as you come in. But yeah, this is the only official area that's not behind security here at Founders Plaza, but it's a nice place to hang out. There's that UPS 757.
On departure from right hand 190, maintain 4,000, runway 18 left, clear to take off.
Right turn 190, we'll maintain 4,000, 18 left, clear to take off, Skyway 310.
And A-list flyer Chris also answering that question. This is the only official observation area. There's a few other run and gun spots that aren't quite as conducive to streaming, and he is right about that. We have come up with one other place which we've had success in streaming there when we are in what they call North Flow, which is when the planes are landing and taking off from the other direction. So EJ says, it would be great if there was an area with a view of both east and west runways. We did, oh. Chris says, in the next couple of years, there's going to be an official observation plaza coming to Dallas Love Field. That would be great.
3103, connect departure 135.97.
135.97, 3103.
Arrival information
I was looking for that Iberia plane. And there it is in the shadows. Rodney back off, our newest subscriber. Thank you, Rodney.
RNAV to be apart, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 446.
Port 111 down.
Can you show which plugs open between UPS and 189?
Whiskey Fox, open, thank you.
Hey, it's 11 o'clock. You are watching Runway DFW After Dark, coming at you from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. It's Tuesday, October 10th, 2023, at least for the next 59 minutes here in the Central Time Zone of the USA. Walt here with you for the next few minutes as we wind down here after a pretty good evening of plane spotting. Kind of cleared out the UPS facility over there, but we've got another plane coming in, that's 757. We'll watch it park. And so glad you could hang out with us tonight. I would like to thank Ralph Woodard for a $2 super chat. Howdy, Walt, from here in Colorado. Take care. Thank you, Ralph. Ralph's already a channel member, and he's favoring us with an extra couple of bucks, so thank you so much. Basim Yusuf said, I was told at the park some guys are building a fence at the plaza. Well, you know, when we were here on, what was it, Sunday? Sunday morning, we noticed there was like some chalk lines, you know, like how they lay out things when they're going to build something. Here on the grass in front of us. I can't see them here tonight, and we're in a little different position, but it looked like they were either going to put in some more sprinklers, I hope not, or or build something, maybe put in some more pavement or some more seating area. I don't know. I hope they're not going to put in another fence. Part of the charm here is this viewing area is built kind of on a bluff overlooking runways 18 left and 18 right. So we have a pretty much unobstructed view of the planes coming and going. So it looks like this sleek 20th century jet is going to pull straight in to its parking spot. And align its tail with the other planes here. A new subscriber, Barm Casidar Oficial.
3171 on the D4 from the 1 left takeoff.
We're always glad to have new subscribers and new viewers.
Lot of the way, 1 and up, American 810.
So there you go. When I was a kid in Brooklyn, there was a UPS. There goes that One World livery. There was a UPS, like a garage, right across the street from where we lived in Brooklyn, from where our apartment was. So we'd see these brown trucks come in and out all day long. Back then, I think it was still known as United Parcel Service. That's what it would say on the sides of the trucks. It did have a UPS logo, but it was a little. Today's logo is a little more stylized. So we'll watch some planes take off, shall we? Maybe there'll even be some landing. Looky there. There's the 777 Qatar aircraft headed back to Doha.
Hornet B Park 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 2564.
Coming out to see us. Over yonder on the east side, that Iberia plane is lining up to take off. It's not ready to go yet. That Spirit plane coming in from Las Vegas. There's also American Flight 78. It's going off to London Heathrow, that's a 777, and that will also be taking off from the east side.
American 25, 68 on Avalon, runway
We'll try to get you the a view of the Iberia plane bound for Madrid.
Bearing 2230, what side?
West side.
Bearing 2230, hold short, with runway 1 left at Whiskey Lima.
Short, open.
Hey, let's fire Chris. I'm with you. Bring back the cheat lines. And again, that's the kind of airline lingo for that stripe that goes down the windows of planes, which you don't see too much anymore of that. It's kind of considered old hat, I guess. But I like it.
Bearing 2230, cross runway 1 left, Whiskey Lima, and cut ground 25.
That was American Flight 2568 and Airbus A321. Destination San Diego.
Contact departure, American 2568, connect.
Let's see, how's my batteries doing here? Oh, we're doing okay. A330 main landing gear is just joined, a new member. Glad to have you with us. All right, the Madrid-bound Iberia A330 is just about to take off, and it's been my experience that we should be able to see the tail of it. Now this is taking off over on the east side. We should be able to see the tail of it go through this shot, and that will kind of give us some idea of its trajectory. So it'll be behind, it'll be in the background of this shot, behind where this foreground plane is. It's now moving, according to the radar. So we're looking for a tail of an Iberia plane in the background there. Maybe we missed it. Oh, there it is. So we can't see it there, but we're just going to have to kind of guess where it's going to go up in the sky. Right behind the Hyatt. So yeah, it's pretty far away, but...
Arnav Laren, clear takeoff 18 left, American 785.
American 456, take your turn 18 left on a point.
18 left, mile away, American 456.
Adios. Dustin Jackson favors us with a $2 super chat. Walt, do you have a fave airliner? Yes, I do. My fave airliner would be the 747. And I think next after that, and it's a plane we don't see here anymore, is the A340. And as I've explained before, the A340, I love it because the silhouette of it looks very reminiscent of the classic original jet age planes, the 707 and the DC-8. At least the version of the 340 that we saw here, it had the smaller engine pods. I think there's also a stretched out version of that plane that has larger engine pods, which I don't think would look the same.
785 FedEx departure.
Goodbye.
But you look at this big Qatar jet. That's a 777 making the turn. Oh, it's got the FIFA World Cup livery on there. Need to go back to the paint barn there. Well, we're going to try to bring you a shot of another 777 from far away. This will be American Flight 78 going to London Heathrow. So we'll try again to follow the tail. Now this 777 has a very prominent tail. So we should be able to see it in this shot in the background. David Fry is our new subscriber. Thank you, David.
18 left, line up and wait, 3144.
We're having a fun night of plane spotting here at DFW Airport. And it's all the more fun because you are here with us. Okay, the American 777 is now rolling down the runway. We should see the tail moving in the far background as we see that Qatar 777 crossing the bridge over to the east side. So there is the American 777 going to London. So let's see if it takes a similar trajectory. Where did it go up here? Right about there. Of course, this is a different type of aircraft than the A330. And I'm sorry we can't bring you a closer view of it, but this is taking off from runway 17 center over on the east side of the field. And our nighttime lens, even though it's a very, very nice lens, just doesn't go that far.
DFW Tower, American 1348, final 18 right.
West 3144, turn right heading 1900, runway right.
And as much as we were talking about favorite airliners, as much as I appreciate the MD-11 as an icon of aviation, I'm not a fan of its design. It's kind of got a crazy design to me, that tail stuck on the engine number 2 stuck on the tail there. Barbara P. Sterling says, I love these planes and great camera. Well, we can thank our great cameras on our channel sponsor, Mr. James Webb. Super 80 Swiss Air says, Walt, that's an exclusive shot of that Allegheny Retro for Runway DFW. The A321 just arrived from the paint shop today. What? Well, we've got to get another look at that now then, don't we? I didn't think... Now, there had been an Allegheny retro livery. And there it is there in the center, so let's see if we can, via the magic of digital zoom, get you a little closer look at that. Well, there it is, and the wind has calmed down a little bit, so our shot is a little steadier. Wow, that does look brand new. I'm only sorry it's not closer. Very cool.
Roger, good night.
That was a United plane we saw landing there, coming in from Denver, an Airbus A319. So, okay, our exclusive. We have an exclusive. Now, we are about to have American Flight 1348 arriving from Los Angeles, an Airbus A321. And then we'll try to switch over to the east side and see if we can bring you the distant, the faraway takeoff of the Qatar 777. And that plane there is American Flight 1644. It's an Airbus A321. It's going to Los Angeles. And we're about to see a plane coming in from Los Angeles.
American 1644 and out to Laren, runway wait left for takeoff.
RNAV Laren, runway left, clear for takeoff, American 1644.
3278, get to down, runway left on the point.
So we've got Los Angeles coming and going here.
Data set out, Skywest 3278, runway wait left on the point. United 1672, taxi.
And we're about to try our find the tail
1348, Echo 3, and what side?
of that Qatar plane, looking for the maroon, I guess it's maroon oryx, I believe is what the animal depicted on the Qatar tail is. Flight 732 going to Doha. Doha, what Homer Simpson says before he laughs.
American 1644, good night.
All right, 732, Qatar Airways. It's rolling. Let's look for the tail.
RNAV Laren, clear for takeoff, 18 left, Skywest 3278.
American 1024, if you do 21 left on the point.
Line for light, 18 left, American 1024.
There it is. All right, we're gonna guess it's gonna be rising into the sky right around here somewhere. So there it goes with the FIFA World Cup livery. I guess that's kind of retro now. So safe travels to Doha, one of the most distant ports of call from here.
RNAV Laren, white left, clear for takeoff, American 1024.
Delta 568, taxi to Echo, Bravo, so short of runway white left.
Echo Bravo, short of 18 left, Delta.
American Flight 1024 is about to take off to Bakersfield, California. It's an Airbus A319. That's it there.
1340A, set Golf 8, approximately 18 left. And
I think we've about run out of planes.
We'll
We'll have to see. Yeah, I meant to put this in earlier.
640 across 18 left, Golf 8, we're just...
I had a thank you crawl.
Okay, taxi around with me.
Okay.
United 772 as Alpha Cross Highway left for ground.
As we have a new subscriber.
Cross 18 left on Alpha ground.
American 1024 for the expression. American 1024 for the expression. United 1632 South 18 left.
Now this, sorry about that. This thank you crawl is, we're going to do our full thank yous in just a couple of minutes here, but put this in.
Cross 20 left, 65 on the bridge, L5.
Train 2903, DFW County 18 right for the land, 118010.
Frontier Flight 506 from Denver, Airbus A321. You probably saw the bird on the tail there. That was Fallon the Falcon. Fallon the Falcon. Oh, and I should point out that the crawl of our members going along the bottom there, that was as of last night. So if you're a new member today, look for your name on our next broadcast. Well, it's gotten quiet here. Let me look and see if we can expect anything much in the next few minutes, and I'm not seeing anything. Look in the sky.
Central Flight 506, once you cross, actually Foxtrot Alpha, 9.65
Well, we'll be welcoming a Spirit Airlines Flight 2903 from Phoenix, an Airbus A321neo, or an Airbus A320neo. I'll be here in just a couple minutes. Look at all those people who are members of the channel. More than 200 at this point. A330 main landing gear says, I live in Atlanta. It's noisy because it has the world's most busiest airport. Well, we're the second busiest one, so we're number 2. DJ says American Flight 78 just went over my house to the east. Skittle says, I'm ready to work out now. I've got this on my phone and I'm ready to roll. There you go. Dustin Jackson, channel member, wonders, is it time for a Paris Air France Olympics livery? Well, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Does Air France have any special? I've seen Air France, whatever. They're not One World, whatever group they're in. I think I've seen that livery, but I don't think I've ever seen an Air France special livery. But we don't see two. We only see one Air France flight here most days. I'm not sure if it's a daily flight or not to Paris. Randy Bucksbaum, he sent this a few minutes ago. He said, Walt, your stream is awesome. That last shot with all the traffic, priceless. And yeah, speaking of last flights, I think we're probably about due to cash in our chips here at Runway DFW for another day. But we have some business to attend to first. We do have to Let's try this. Ooh, that's a little spooky. Yeah, it sounds like it's kind of spy music. Well, we want to thank, of course, where is this? Doo-doo-doo. Oh, I know where it is. Sorry. I'm going to run out of music, aren't I? I'd like to thank channel sponsor James Webb for being such a great channel sponsor, for his tremendous super chat tonight. Thank you, James. To Airline Videos Live and Kevin, who you saw earlier pop up in the stream, also for the use of his batteries to power our broadcast. And of course, many thanks to the Runway DFW Moderation Federation. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you very much for participating in this broadcast and for making it such a nice place for our viewers to hang out. Now, that brings us to our, you see the names of the channel members down there at the stream. We're going to give them a big send-off here with this. Well, that brings to a close another edition of Runway DFW After Dark. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. We'll be back later this week. I know we'll be here on Saturday, weather permitting, for a look at the annular eclipse that will be over our heads, and we may be back before then. So keep those notification bells clicked, I guess. Like and subscribe, and happy contrails to you until we meet again. Thank you again, everyone. See you soon at Runway DFW After Dark.
overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.
Gotta get going, love you, bye for now.